uczniowie i nauczyciele Publicznej Szkoły Podstawowej Ojców Pijarów w Rzeszowie, pielgrzymi z parafii pod wezwaniem Podwyższenia Krzyża Świętego i Matki Bożej Częstochowskiej w Pszczynie, grupa dzieci i młodzieży z parafii Niepokalanego Poczęcia Najświętszej Maryi Panny w Spytkowicach koło Nowego Targu, pielgrzymi z parafii pod wezwaniem Świętego Jerzego w Kłup z diecezji opolskiej, pielgrzymi z parafii Świętego Brata Alberta w Lublinie, pèlerins de la Réunion.
So hello to all of you connecting through EWTN Television, Catholic Faith Network in America, Shalom World Television, at Madarshan Television, to this live. Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ. Welcome to this live stream broadcast of Pope Leo XIV, very first general audience being held today, Wednesday, the 21st of May 2025, and the audience is taking place in St. Peter's Square. Now, some of you may actually be in St. Peter's Square with the Pope and with all of the faithful who don't yet know how many people there are. And you may be following on the Vatican News app. It goes to all of our friends at Deaf Catholic Youth Initiative for the Americas who make this broadcast possible. My name is Francisca Merlo, and it is my absolute pleasure to be with you today. I will be providing the English language texts and translation, those of his predecessor. And of course, there is already one big difference, and that is that his audiences start 1 hour later. It is currently just Greet the Faithful. Be hearing to which the reading.
Dal Vangelo secondo Luca. Quel giorno Gesù uscì di casa.
So we will now hear the Gospel reading.
Quando spuntò il sole, fu de l'Évangile selon saint Matthieu. Ce jour-là, Jésus était sorti de la maison et il était assis au bord de la mer. Auprès de lui se rassemblèrent des foules.
For those of you just joining us,
out of the house and sat beside the sea. Such great crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat there, while the whole crowd stood on the beach. And he told them many things in parables, saying, "Listen, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, the word of the Lord."
Oto siewca wyszedł.
before the story that is told or the image that is presented to me, I can ask myself, where am I in this story? What does this image say to my life? And yet, sometimes we are not to the various languages for
with which the sower casts the seed on all kinds of soil, even the rocky terrain that seems most unpromising. Jesus explains that the seed is God's word, which is meant to take root in the hearts of all, none excluded. We who hear this parable and apply it to our own lives may well feel challenged to become a better and more receptive terrain for the working of His grace. Yet the parable of the sower can also make us think about Jesus Himself, who in His death and resurrection became the seed that fell to the ground and died in order to bear rich fruit. The image of the sower, we can think of the famous painting by Van Gogh, is thus one of hope in the promise of a coming harvest. Today and every day, let us ask the Lord to open our hearts to His saving word and its power to transform and enrich our lives and enrich the world in which we live. I'm happy to welcome the English-speaking pilgrims and visitors, especially those from England, Ireland, Hungary, Norway, Nigeria, Senegal, Tanzania, Australia, New Zealand, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Mongolia, the Philippines, South Korea, Vietnam, Canada, and the United States.
and it was time to
Der heilige Vater por sus intenciones.
the church, and we do know
他将种子以诚挚的问候，亲爱的弟兄姐妹们，我鼓励你们继续喜乐地踏上信仰的旅程，用你们的生活见证复活基督的平安。
Meditamos hoje sobre a parábola do semeador, que fala da dinâmica e dos efeitos da.
May the Lord bless you.
Eis a tradução de suas palavras. Queridos fiéis de língua portuguesa, sejam bem-vindos. Saúdo especialmente os peregrinos.
بابا لون الربع هي صورة للطريقة التي يحبنا بها الله.
Posługi. Na zakończenie audiencji zapyta wspólnoty Kościoła. Bóg jest hojnym.
Harmoniously into the landscape of your beautiful homeland. May the seed of God's word also be allowed to sprout within you and yield an abundant harvest. And finally, the harmonious
Serca wam błogosławią.
children warmly welcoming the Our Father in Latin.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitte nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum.
In St. Peter's Square. And we invite you to join us again on Sunday at 12 o'clock midday local time in Rome for the live broadcast of the Pope's Angelus message and recitation of the traditional Marian prayer. Please visit Vatican News, and you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, or X for coverage of this audience, but also for coverage of so much more Vatican, papal, and world news. So on behalf of Vatican Media, I would like to thank our sound engineer, Mario Scaton, and our coordinator, Father Felipe Herrera. And of course, I'd like to thank our media partners, AWTN Television, Catholic Faith Network in America, Shalom World Television, Atmadarshan Television, Catholic Television, Luminous Radio India, Radio Maria England, and Radio Maria Papua New Guinea. Thank you to all of you for joining us. And of course, huge thank you goes to all of you who have joined through our dedicated American Sign Language broadcast, which was made possible thanks to the Deaf Catholic Youth Initiative for the Americas. And my name is Francesca Merlo, and it has been a pleasure providing the English language texts and translation for you today. So until next time, Laudetur Jesus Christus, praise be Jesus Christ.